Hi, today I want to talk about. Sorry, my light on here is really weird. There we go. So, today I want to talk about how a morning routine can actually help you sleep better at night. And I know that seems a little crazy, that what you do in the morning might help you at night, but actually, what we do all day long determines how well we sleep the next night. So, having a morning routine, the reason why it is so important is that most of the reasons why people can't sleep are because of our modern lifestyle. So, we're stressed. We wake up in the morning, go, go, go until it's time to fall into bed at night. And so, our stress level is just very high all day long. Now, again, if you've been listening to me at all, you know that I talk a lot about cortisol, our stress hormone, and our cortisol level should be high first thing in the morning, but because that's what helps us wake up and stay alert all day. But if it gets really high, so out of homeostasis or our balanced level, and if that's happening first thing in the morning, then it's just going to stay elevated all day long unless you do something to manage that. So that's why I like to at least start off the day at a lower stress level so that you aren't setting yourself up for just being stressed all day long. So how I got into this was I read Hal Elrod's book, The Miracle Morning, a little over a year ago. So I must have read it September 2018 because I then implemented it starting in October. And what he recommends is waking up early and going through this routine with these six steps, which I'll get into in a minute, but again, to start your day off right and to motivate you. So I read his book and decided to go for it. So in October I did his 30-day challenge that he talks about. So just try this for 30 days, see if it works for you. And it did. It made such a difference that I've been doing it ever since. So what he recommends in The Miracle Morning, and I'll put the link to his book in the comments, but he recommends these 6 activities that he has shortened to savers. So the S in saver stands for silence or meditation. The A is affirmations. The V is visualization. The E is exercise. The R is, now I'm forgetting it, is reading, and the S is scribing or journaling. And so, that's what he recommends doing first thing in the morning. And the reason why it's affected me or made such a big difference for me is before I did this, I literally would wake up when I heard my son crying. So he was 2. I guess he wasn't always crying by then, but talking, whatever. So I would be lying in bed or be sleeping until I heard him. And then I would jump up out of bed and go get him. And so that was how my day started. So taking this time to wake up a little bit earlier. Now, this is the one thing I disagree with Hal about because I do think that no matter what, it's important to get the sleep we need. So it just meant that I had to go to bed. I go to bed at 10, wake up at 6:30, and I've gotten all the sleep I need. And since my son wakes up around 7:30, then I'm having this 30 minutes to an hour to myself to do this morning routine. And so, you can imagine instead of jumping out of bed, rushing to take care of my son, that now I get out of bed and I have this time to myself to start my day, to reflect. And then when he wakes up, I'm really excited to see him and coming from a place of calm and relaxation instead of stress and, okay, now let's get out the door and get to school and all those things. So I've made my own morning routine. I do a lot of what Hal recommends, but I think we have to adapt it to what works for us. So I get up and I go walk the dog pretty much first thing. And so I count that as my exercise, even though I get exercise later on in the day usually. But I still think it does help to get moving and get your blood flowing. And while I'm walking the dog, I say my affirmations. So I have some financial goals and some business goals and personal things I want. So I just reinforce those then. And then I come back inside and I sit down and I meditate for about 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how much time I have. Then I do some visualizations, and then I sit down and I write. And I write 5 things I'm grateful for, and then some of my goals. So the only thing I really don't do is reading, because I tend to read at night and I don't have time to fit that in the morning. But yeah, doing these things it has literally changed my life. It's changed who I am. I've become much more positive. I'm much more grateful. I'm much more motivated to keep doing the work I'm doing. And it's made me feel less stressed during the day. And of course, things are going to get in your way, and I tend to just do it on the weekdays. I don't always do it on the weekends. And there's sometimes on the weekdays where I don't get to do it. Like lately, my son's been getting up earlier than normal for some reason. And so, if I don't get to do it first thing in the morning, then once I get him ready and drop him off and come back and get ready to work, then I still take the time to do the rest of my miracle morning, my meditations and my visualization and my writing. And so I've just been able to tell such a difference on the mornings I haven't done it. I can tell that I'm not in as good a place. And so it makes me motivated to make sure that I get that into my day and that I do it every day. So I hope that this helps, and that maybe this will motivate you to start your own morning routine. Even just getting up 10 minutes earlier, taking 10 minutes first thing in the morning to have this relaxing time and not checking your phone immediately and just starting that stress response first thing can really help you keep your cortisol levels lower throughout the day, so that you can then not have elevated cortisol levels at night that are going to suppress melatonin and keep you from sleeping. So thanks for listening. As always, please let me know if you have any questions, or if you have questions about why you aren't sleeping, please get in touch, because I'd love to talk to you. But I hope this helps.